Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here with Board Game Geek TV at The Gathering 2012, and I'm sitting once again with Sean Brown from Eagle Griffin Games / Fred Distribution. And we are here, I know you are the company of familiar names.
Yes.
And we're here to do an overview of I'm the Boss, the card game, which I was lucky enough to play myself last night and today. So I'm really excited to actually show this one because this, so far, personally, has been my favorite thing that I've played over the last couple of days. So,
Fantastic.
All right, take it away, Sean.
All right, so we've kind of got a simulated setup here with a couple of cards. I just wanted to give you a rundown of what the cards are, and then we'll take an example round. So first are the numbered cards. These start out with +1 all the way up to +4. You have the negative cards that also start out at -1 and move their way up to -4. You have the piece of the action cards. These are very important because they cut you in on the current deal. And then you have these cards, which are very, very powerful. They come in 3 different flavors. The colors matter for suit, but the number is the same. So a number 1 card will allow you to take a card from someone and put it to yourself or others, or it'll allow you to discard a card from the game. If you played the number 2 variety, you would do that with 2 different cards, and if you played the 3 variety, you would do it with 3. And the last card is the +- card, which is the most ruthless card in the game, in my opinion.
I agree.
The +- card is when a current deal is getting very valuable. Somebody plays this on you, and they make whatever the current positive value, they make it negative for you, and you actually wind up losing those points. So that's a quick rundown of the cards. Each deal is going to be multiplied by ×2. And there are going to be 3 of these cards that come out throughout the deck. Every time they do, you add it here, and now the deal multiplies to ×3. Okay? So in a current hand, we're going to deal out 8, and everybody gets these 2 pass tokens. They start out flipped, and on your turn, you must play a card by following the color of the trick. If you can't do so, then you have to flip a pass token. If you flip 2 pass tokens, you're out of the round. In this example here, I'm the boss. The card game. But really, I'm the boss, and I have 2 cousins. So right now, the boss always gets cut in on the deal. And the other people playing would like to be the cousin of the boss because the cousins get cut in on a deal as well. This is where the negotiation can come in. So sometimes people will bribe you to get into to the inner circle here by not playing a very, very devastating card, or they may bribe you by playing a very good card. So we'll just take an example of a hand. I'm a boss. Part of the deal is I have to lead off with either a negative or positive card. So I'm going to lead off with a red 4. And let's add Aldi to the game. Aldi, you got a hand over there, so why don't you, you could follow suit, or you could pass. Aldi didn't know he was going to be playing.
No, Aldi just got drafted into this game. That's a positive.
That's a positive 4.
Yes.
7.
All right, so Aldi just sweetened the pot.
Aldi sweetened the pot, and what Aldi forgot to do was bribe the boss here to be a cousin. But I think that's a really good deal, and I'm going to slide him a cousin.
So Aldi's in on the deal.
He did really well. So Aldi's in on this deal.
I'm going to be the mean guy that makes threats, so I'm either going to play this -5 down on the pot, or you're going to cut me into the family.
So Alex here is trying his negotiation against the capo, and I really want this deal to go through, so I'm going to force Alex to discard that terrible card, make him a cousin of mine.
So now it comes over to me, and unfortunately there's no more cousin markers for me to take, so Hefe, I'm just going to cut myself in on this deal by playing a cut card. So now I have an equal share, actually, with you guys at the moment.
I like to see that. I like that so much, I'm going to cut myself in for another piece of this action by playing a piece of the action card. And
Aldi also.
Aldi also is going to cut himself in for a piece of the action.
Well, you hang on to that, Aldi, so you know you get 2 cuts right now.
I want a piece of that action.
Now Alex has also cut himself on the action, but now I'm deciding this is getting a little too mild. So I've decided that I know Sean knows this game. I'm going to play a flip-flop card, a negative card on him. Now his 2 shares are going to be worth an equal amount in the negative.
That's quite awesome.
I've been planning that move for a while.
Have you now?
I have.
Well, this would be a great time for me to play one of those cards that I showed earlier. Like this guy right here, if I had it, where I could come in here and say I'm going to discard this card, like that. But unfortunately, I don't have one of those cards, so I'm going to flip one of my pass tokens. And Aldi's up,
I'll pass too.
who also
Wow,
doesn't have a
Aldi-
card, so he's going to
Yeah, but
pass.
Aldi also passes.
Well, I do have one of those swap one cards, but I don't really want to help Sean out, so I'm just going to take this piece of the action here for myself.
Oh, so Alex moves. Now Alex has 3 cuts. I have 1. Sean has -2 cuts. And Aldi has 1. Now I'm going to really mess things up because that's what I love to do in this game. And I'm going to move 2 cards around on the table. So I'm going to move Sean's cut over to me and one of Alex's cuts over to me. Yeah, leaving Sean with a -1 cut.
Awesome. Very, very good. This is very similar to the game we played last night.
It
where
was
I'm
indeed, yes.
Losing a lot of money because
And-
I know
and-
the game and everybody's ganging up on me. But it's a good sport. So I have a couple of options here. If I pass, I'm completely out of this round, and I've sealed my doom on my fate. So I'm going to throw out a little last-ditch effort here and play a +1. Now, some of you guys might remember from the earlier round I did pass. This is a strategic pass in my eyes, because I might have been trying to bluff that I didn't have a card to play, but I certainly do have a card to play. So I'm still in this action here.
I'm going to pass.
So Aldi's playing his second pass token. He cannot get back in on the action, but he is in for 1 cut.
And I will also sweeten the pot, now bringing up the total value of the pot to 12.
I am going to pass, and I'm not happy about this.
So now it's just Alex and I duking it out.
I'm also going to pass.
Alex still has 1 pass left. I have both. And I have more opportunities, again, to now mess with a lot of things in that I can move 3 cards around. And I must move 3 cards around, which actually is not the best time for me to play this card. So we're going to ditch some of these 1s, making the pot a little bit smaller, and taking yet another
Beth with 4 pieces of the
4
action.
pieces of the action versus -1 for Sean, +1 for Aldi and Alex.
So I'm on a pass. This is back over to Alex.
No, we'll pass.
And now I'm the only one left in the round, and I will just double pass.
So now we would score up the round for this deal. So this deal is worth 4 + 3 + 3 is 10. All deals are multiplied by 5. So this deal is worth 50. Then you take the round multiplier, which is 2. So this means for every piece of the action, you get $100. There is a hard cap. You can never earn more than $200 in a round, nor can you lose more than $200 in a round, nor can you go negative, thank God, because I would be right now earning only 1 piece of negative action. If I had some money, I would be losing it all. But luckily I don't have any money. We would look at Aldi, who has 1 piece of the action, so he would earn $100. We have Alex, who has 1 piece of the action, he would earn $100. We have Beth, who has 4 pieces of the action, earning $400, but she hits her cap of $200. The boss token would now pass to Aldi. He would get the 2 cousins. We would wipe this out. We have the opportunity to draw back our hand, and this is the only opportunity you can get rid of 1 or 2 cards. So I might say, I would like to get rid of these. We do these face down, so you have no idea what I'm gearing up for or not gearing up for. And then we draw back up in turn order, and we repeat this. We're playing a 4-player game, so everybody would get to be the boss twice. High score wins.
Or most money wins, yeah.
Or most corrupt, evil, laughing captain. Capo.
And what I found, at least from playing this last night, is this really still had the flavor of the original game in the type of negotiations, how ruthless you can be with some of those negotiations. But unlike the original game, because it is turn-based, you don't have to be as vocally aggressive as perhaps you had to be in the original game.
I agree. I think it's a great tactic when somebody's not going to cut you in to just go, I won't play this. You cut me in on the cousin. And a lot of times somebody sees how bad that could be and they, okay. And sometimes that's all it takes.
Yes,
just flash a card and it's that easy and somebody slides you a token. So the deals are quick and fast and
Yes, you could win with being quietly ruthless in this game, which was not always the case in the original. So,
And for those of you who don't know, this was a Sid Saxon design. I'm the Boss was a Sid Saxon design. Last year when we were in Buffalo, we went to the Strong Museum and were searching through some of the Sid Saxon archives and found reference to a game called Piece of the Action, which of course we play homage to right there with a piece of the action. Found reference in Sid's journals. For those of you who don't know, he kept amazing journals of his life, documented every day of his life for multiple years, and made references to games that he designed. And he kept making reference to this being one of his favorites. So we were very happy to find it in the archives. We were able to check it out from the library, look it through and develop it and put it out, which would have been what he wanted. So.
yeah, absolutely. And so one final question for you. Now, obviously, this is in prototype form. When do you guys anticipate that this might hit the retail market, particularly for stateside?
We would like to see this out by the end of the year, with any luck.
Well, I'm eagerly waiting this for myself already, so unfortunately, we're in for a bit of a wait, but...
Fantastic. Will you get
End of the
playtest
year.
credits?
I have
So,
what?
there's always that.
All right, thank you again, Sean.
Thank you very much.